The best friend to have is Jesus. Ǹjẹ́ o mọ̀, ǹjẹ́ o gbọ́ rí rárá báyìí? So wá lè kọ́ sá. Just simple words. The best friend to have is Jesus. He will help when you fall. He will hear. He will hear you when you pray. The best friend to have is Jesus. The best friend to have is Jesus. The best friend to have is Jesus. He will help you when you fall. He will hear you when you pray. The best friend to have is Jesus. The best friend to have is Jesus. The best friend to have is Jesus. He will help you when you fall. He will hear you when you pray. The best friend to have is Jesus. The best friend to have is Jesus. The best friend to have is Jesus. He will hear you when you fall. He will hear you when you pray. The best friend to have is Jesus.
The best friend to have is Jesus. The best friend to have is Jesus. He will help you when you fall. He will hear you when you pray. The best friend to have is Jesus.
The best friend to have is Jesus. The best friend to have is Jesus. He will help you when you fall. He will help you when you pray. The best friend to have is Jesus. The best friend to have
is Jesus. The best friend to have is Jesus. He will help you when you fall. He will hear you when you pray. The best friend to have is Jesus.
ẹ rí i pé gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń ṣe láti ẹ̀kan ó ń rí fọ́fúrandì ọ̀rẹ́.
You see all what we've been doing since been revolving around a friend.
Orin ìjọ tí a kọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan.
Even the church hymns
Ó ní
we sang
ọ̀rẹ́ wo la níbi Jésù.
also says, what a friend we have like Jesus.
Orin tí àwọn akọrin kọ fún wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan ó ní ká sọ fún Jésù ó ní ọ̀rẹ́ tí yóò mọ̀.
And even the song the choir rendered had also say, tell it to Jesus is a friend that's well known.
Orin kékeré tí mo dẹ̀ kọ fún wa ní ìsìn náà sọ pé ọ̀rẹ́ tó dára jù láti ní ó ní Jésù.
And the song that I've just sang now says the best friend to have as well as Jesus.
Now wọ́n á fẹ́ sọ ìtàn tó wà lẹ́yìn orin tí a kọ nínú ìjọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan fún wa.
Now I want to tell us the story behind the song we sang as hymn the other time.
Tó sọ pé ọ̀rẹ́ wo la ní bí Jésù.
Saying what a friend we have like Jesus.
230 nínú ìwé orin ìhìnrere.
That's hymn 230 from the Gospel Hymn Book.
1855 ó ní akọ àròkọ orin yẹn.
And the song was written in the year 1855.
Mánu ìtọ́jà pé ní Joseph M. Stravin ó ní ó kọ àròkọ yẹn.
Then the man called Joseph M. Scravin was the one who wrote
Torí
the song.
poetry ló gangan náà fúnra ẹ̀ ó jẹ́ àwọn tó máa ń kọ àròkọ.
And he is a poet, and that's
Ó ń
the work he does.
Ó ń gbìyànjú láti migrate wá sí Canada.
He tried to migrate to Canada,
Ṣùgbọ́n ayé ẹ̀ ó kún fún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìṣòro gan.
but his life was full of so many troubles.
Ó kù ọ̀la tó máa ṣe ìyàwó.
Then a day to his wedding,
Ó ní ìyàwó ẹ̀ lórí sínú omi.
then the wife sank in the sea
Ó sì kú sínú omi ńbẹ̀.
and she died.
Ọ̀la dẹ̀ ní ìgbéyàwó.
And the following day was his
Bẹ́ẹ̀
wedding.
tí ìyàwó rì sínú omi.
But the wife died in a shipwreck.
Ó sá manage láti lọ sí Canada.
But he managed to go to Canada.
Torí Irish ló ń gangan fúnra ẹ̀.
He was an Irishman.
Ìgbà tó dé Canada yẹn bóyá àìsàn ti ìyàwó ẹ̀ yẹn ló fà á. Ó náà bá ṣubú sínú àìsàn tó le gan.
And when he got to Canada, maybe because of what happened with his to his wife, then he also fell into a very tough sickness.
Màmá ẹ̀ náà pàápàá lára nílé òun náà ó wà nínú àìsàn tó terrible gan.
His mother as well was in a terrible sickness too.
Láti Canada ló ti wá kọ lẹ́tà sí màmá ẹ̀.
And from Canada, he wrote a letter to his mother.
He wrote letter to his grieving mother. In the letter, he reminded her mother and himself that no matter how heavy last burden became, they could be carried to Jesus in prayer.
Ní orí àkéte yìí ni ó ti wá kọ ìwé sí ìyá rẹ̀ wípé láti rán an létí wípé kò sí bí òun ṣe lè rí kí ẹrù ayé ṣe lè wúwo tó ẹnìkan náà tó lè báyàn gbé òun náà ni a lè mú tọ̀ lọ nínú àdúrà.
Nínú orin yẹn tí ó kọ nínú àròkọ tó kọ sílẹ̀.
And from what he wrote.
Ó rí yọ nínú àwọn ẹsẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run méjì, Jacob orí 5 ẹsẹ̀ 16.
He was able to pick them from 2 verses of the Bible. The first is James chapter 5 verse 16.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká kà James 5:16.
Let's read the book of James chapter 5 verse 16.
Ẹ jẹ́wọ́ ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yín fún ara yín, kí ẹ sì máa gbàdúrà fún ara yín, kí a lè mú yín lára dá. Iṣẹ́ tí àdúrà olódodo ń ṣe lé agbára púpọ̀.
It says, confess your fault to one another and pray one for another, that ye may be healed. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man availeth much.
Ó tún dó lórí ìwé Fílípì orí 4 ẹsẹ̀ 6.
And he also stood on the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 6.
Ẹ má ṣe àníyàn ohunkóhun, ṣùgbọ́n nínú ohun gbogbo nípa àdúrà àti ẹ̀bẹ̀ pẹ̀lú ìdúpẹ́, ẹ máa fi ìbéèrè yín hàn fún Ọlọ́run.
Says, be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your request be made known unto God.
Orin ọ̀rẹ́ wo la níbi Jésù?
And the song, what a friend we have like
Ó sọ
Jesus,
nípa kókó mẹ́ta.
was talking about 3 points.
Number 1, gbígba àdúrà.
The first is praying.
Number 2, òun ni gbígbẹ́kẹ̀lé.
And the second point is trust.
Number 3, òun ni àánú Kristi.
And the third of it is the compassion of Christ.
Níbi tí arákùnrin yìí tó ti ń jà rábúrábú, òun ni màmá ẹ̀ náà bá kú.
And why this man was struggling with his health, the mother died.
Àkọsílẹ̀ àròkọ tí ó kọ yìí kò rò pé ó lè di gbajúgbajà.
And from the notes that he wrote, he never knows it could be famous.
Ó ti ẹ̀ pẹ́ kó tó di pé àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n kàn wá àwọn ẹsẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan fi kún àkọsílẹ̀ yẹn.
And
Kán tó tẹ̀ jáde.
in fact, it took time before his friend only later discovered the verses that he wrote.
Ọkùnrin kan tó ń pè ní Charles Crozat Converse ní 1868 òun ló ṣẹ̀ wá harmonize ẹ̀ yẹn ni kó ṣẹ̀ wá sọ di orin kíkọ.
Then a man called Charles Crozat Converse was the one in the year 1868 who now turns it to hymns.
Ló ṣẹ̀ sọ di orin tí à ń kọ lónìí.
Turns to the music that we sing today.
Torí náà lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo ayé ó dìde dúró.
Therefore, one more time, we always stand to our feet.
A wá kọ orin yẹn 230.
We sing hymn 230.
Ọ̀rẹ́ wo la ní bí Jésù?
What a friend we have in Jesus.
Hymn 230.
230.
Organ.
See what do I see? Something to love you. Just one big old Shall we what you rest? You Jesus, take all my
Olúwa.
shall enter and
Slowly pray.
Àwọ̀ wà lọ́rùn mi. Àpọ̀ fún wa.
Let's be seated.
Kí ni olórin sọ fún wa?
What is this songwriter telling us?
Number one,
Number one,
ó ní Jésù kò jìnnà sí wa.
so Jesus is not far
Nígbà tó
from
bá
us.
wà nù làásìgbò kan,
Whenever you are in any circumstance,
kò mú yẹn dání.
hold that.
Àwọn mẹ́sẹ̀jì tá a rí gbà nínú orin yẹn nìyẹn.
These are the messages received from the song.
Ó ní kò jìnnà sí wa.
That Jesus is not
Ó
distant
wà
from
ní
us.
ẹgbẹ́ ọ̀dọ̀ rẹ tímọ́tímọ́
He
báyìí
is very close to you
láti sí ìṣòro rẹ.
to intervene in your problem.
Orin Dáfídì 46
Psalm 46,
ẹsẹ̀ ìkíní.
verse number 1.
Ó ní Ọlọ́run ní ààbò
Says,
àti agbára ìrànlọ́wọ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Mo máa ń láàkì lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yẹn.